You gotta sell your Tesla. When you buy a Tesla, your country pays tough. When you buy a Tesla, you funded Donald Trump. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. We gotta boycott Tesla. Everybody boycott Tesla. Repeat after me. Boycott Tesla. It's time to boycott Tesla. You've got to save your country. Boycott Elon Musk. Save your democracy. Boycott Elon Musk. Save your country. Boycott Elon Musk. Save your democracy. And boycott Elon Musk. Save our education. Boycott Elon Musk. Save your healthcare. Boycott Elon Musk. Save your freedoms and boycott Elon Musk. Save all our freedoms and boycott Elon Musk. I got a message for the Tesla board next. Tesla board, grow a spine. Tesla board, we won't die. Tesla board, we won't go. It's time to fire your CEO. Time to fire your CEO. Tesla board, shame on you. Tesla board, shame on you. You funded the fascist coup. You funded the fascist coup. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Thank you. Elon Musk has got to go. And Tesla, you funded Donald Trump. When you bought a Tesla, you funded ICE guns. Tesla board, grow a spine.
You can hold that till he gets back.
It's all Tesla's problem.
Time to fire the Nazi stuff.
Tesla board, we won't
Hold the sign.
Susan Carter. I do not want Elon or any of his group to win anything in this country. They're the scum of the earth because I don't want Elon to win anything because we don't trust him. He's a liar. He only cares about, we don't trust him. He's a liar and he only cares about himself and his money and his cronies like Donald Trump, who's even worse.
Time to fire the Nazi
We
stuff.
don't want no oligarch.
We don't want no oligarch.
You gotta save your democracy. Boycott Elon Musk. Save your country. Up with the people. It's gotta be down with Musk. It's gotta be up with the people. It's gotta be down with Musk. So now Tesla stock's going down the drain. You gotta get out now if you have a brain. We all know Tesla stock's going down the drain. Y'all better get out now if you have a brain. You gotta sell your Tesla. You gotta do that. Oh! Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey! Oh! Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey! Oh!
You can talk?
Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey! Oh! Elon Musk has got to go. Lord, throw a smile.
My name is Cynthia, and today we are protesting Elon Musk and Tesla. Why am I doing it? I do it every Saturday. Every Saturday I come here and protest against Elon Musk and Tesla and his other companies. Yes. He's a very dangerous man. He's destroying our country. He's killing people, and he needs to be put down like a bad doge. Because he came in and destroyed a lot of our systems in our government. He defunded USAID, which caused at least 300,000 deaths, mostly children, just for starters. He's broken many of our government systems. It's affecting all of us, and he's dangerous. He's in league with Putin. He's got a lot of power. He's mentally ill. He's a drug addict, and he has no business being as powerful as he is. He needs to be put down. He's still dangerous. He has Starlink, and he turned it off during the Ukraine war at one point. So it damaged Ukraine army. They couldn't use their weapons because he took Starlink down. So, and he has a lot of subsidies from our government. He's basically a welfare queen. He gets millions, billions of dollars to support his companies, and he's undermining democracy. No, we had a few more people, not a lot. Well, a lot of people are on vacation. Some of our protesters are on vacation, actually. They've gone away for their vacations. We just have to, we still have to live. And our mental health is important to maintain our resistance. So I don't begrudge them their holiday. Well, I don't think it's a choice. It's not an either or. They're coming back. So that's all right. They can take a break. They're allowed. No, we're still resisting. It's only a couple of people who are on vacation. So that's all right. We'll fill in for them when they come back, till they come back. We don't have a lot of people, but we are very dedicated. We come every Saturday. And like I said, we're not many, but we're dedicated to putting Elon down, basically, putting him out of business, deporting him to Mars, where he belongs. No.
What?
I don't know. I mean,
You haven't got the money? Or?
no, I have the money. My house was in the Palisades fire, so I'm dealing with that. It didn't burn, but my yard burned and my house is damaged, so I'm dealing with that pretty much every day. So that's why I'm not taking vacation.
Patriotic duty, boycott Tesla. You gotta join us, boycott Tesla. Boycott Tesla. Repeat after me, boycott Tesla. When you buy a Tesla, you fund ice thugs. When you buy a Tesla, you buy Elon drugs. And when you buy a Tesla, your country gets mugged. You fund ice thugs. And when you buy a Tesla, you pay for Elon's drugs. When you buy a Tesla, you funded Donald Trump. When you bought a Tesla, you funded Donald Trump. When you bought a Tesla, you paid for Elon's drugs. Don't buy a Tesla, America's getting mugged. Don't buy a Tesla, our country's getting mugged. It's up with the people. Tesla stock's going down the drain and all the other city investments. Get out now if you have a brain. Make a digger do. Your loyalty to America should be greater than your loyalty to Tesla. Because it's up with the people. Down the millionaires. It's gonna be up with the people. That's something we like to say around here.
Clay Claiborne. I'm here to protest. First to protest Trump, obviously, the authoritarian move in the United States. And connected to that is his attitude toward the struggle of both the Palestinian people and the Ukrainian people are undergoing right now against imperialism, be it Zionism, as the case with Gaza, or Russian imperialism, as in the case in Ukraine. That's why I have both of these flags flying from my pole. The only thing that's going to make a change is people coming out in mass and protesting, and not going along with what's going on in this country, because we're straying farther and farther from the ideals of this country for democracy and freedom. And we're moving more and more toward authoritarian fascism. And clearly, these billionaire oligarchs, headed up by Trump, want to take us in that direction. I think, from everything I've seen of him, not just that obvious Nazi salute he gave at the Republican National Convention, but his attitude his attitude towards South Africa, clearly anybody from South Africa, has to have kind of one or two attitudes with regard to apartheid, And I think he is a pro-apartheid South Africa. And those are the values he brings to this country. Long before he got involved with the Trump administration and Doge, I had a cousin that worked for Tesla, and she told me about the many racist practices that go on in his company, and generally speaking, anti-worker practices that go on in his company, So that they revealed a lot about, it's one thing to be an industrial capitalist, and run a car company and, make products, that's certainly legitimate, And one would hope they would have better labor practices. He tried to, set an image of himself as being an earth-friendly person, environmentally friendly with the Tesla cars. But then you look at some of his other attitudes, whether it be, all the programs he cut in Doge, or the way he treats his own workers in his plants, refusing or trying to defeat any efforts at unionization, forcing them to work even during COVID and other things. It's clearly he's another one of these billionaire oligarchs that's out to advance his own interests and gain more money for himself, with little regard to his effect on humanity or the earth. And he certainly made himself a target. And even though he's out of the limelight now, we know he's still involved behind the scenes, It was protests like this that put the heat on him to step back from, being so out front about what he was doing. I don't know that much about it, to tell you the truth. I understand that they do, support the Ukrainian veterans that come home, And that's certainly something that's very necessary to do. I'm glad to see them doing that, You could probably tell me more about it than I know about it, I think Ukraine, as with Palestine, it's an attempt at a genocide, The killing may not be as great as is what's going on in Gaza, but the goal is the same, is to wipe out people entirely. And that's the definition of genocide, Putin has made it clear that he doesn't think that the Ukrainian people have a right to independent existence as a nation, And his goal is clearly to completely dissolve Ukraine into Russia, as it was under the Russian Empire and even under the Soviet Union, By the same token, it's clear that whereas Netanyahu and the Zionists try to blame everything on Hamas, the terrorist organization Hamas, it's real clear that their real purpose is to take over Gaza, to take over that land and expel the people so they could turn it into something like, Trump talked about.
When you buy a Tesla, your country gets mugged. When you buy a Tesla, you funded Elon Musk. Boycott Elon Musk. You gotta save your democracy. Boycott Elon Musk. Elon Musk has got to go.
Sean, S-E-A-N, Reinhardt. I like protests. Don't agree with them, but I like the protests. Very creative too. Their complaint with Elon Musk is because he basically took a chainsaw to government. And I understand. The trouble is he's gone now. He's no longer doing that. But now they're going to hate him forever, even though he's curing the blind with Neuralink, even though he has the Starlink that's bringing internet to the third world. They don't seem to care because all there is mad about the other. So it's a shame that they don't see the complexity. The guy came in like a thunderstorm. He came in, he probably did too much damage. But, hey, his heart was in the right place. He wanted to reduce the waste in government. Now, did he go too far? Probably so. But to call the man, you know, what they're calling him, like basically evil, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Basically, considering what he's done, I have a son who's blind, and right now through Neuralink, he may actually be able to see. So it's hard for me to call that man evil.
Giving him your energy, so just love and take your power back. Elon Musk is not responsible for you, and you can take your power